The year is 1888. In the hushed, gaslit hall of the Royal Society, a young girl named Elara stands before London's most eminent scientists. She's slight, with eyes that seem to hold the depth of an ancient sea. On a velvet cloth before her lies a single withered rose, its petals brown and brittle. A murmur ripples through the room. Dr. Alistair Finch, a man of cold, hard facts, watches with professional skepticism. Elara places her hands over the rose, not touching it, but hovering just above. The air grows still. A faint, golden light, no brighter than a firefly, begins to glow from her palms. The scientists lean forward, their disbelief warring with their curiosity. Slowly, miraculously, the rose begins to transform. The brown petals soften, blushing with a deep, vibrant crimson. The stem straightens, its thorns turning a healthy green. Within a minute, a perfect, dewy rose lies on the velvet, its fragrance filling the stale air of the hall. A collective gasp fills the room. Dr. Finch is speechless. He has spent his life dissecting the world into explainable phenomena, but this is something else entirely. It defies every law of nature he holds dear. Before anyone can even ask a question, Elara simply vanishes. One moment she is there, the next, the space she occupied is empty. All that remains is the impossibly alive rose and a room full of stunned men. The incident is officially dismissed as a clever trick, a masterful illusion. But Dr. Finch cannot forget. The image of the reviving rose, the impossible golden light, the girl who disappeared into thin air, it consumes him. He becomes obsessed. His prestigious research on cellular decay is abandoned. His colleagues whisper that Finch has lost his mind, chasing a ghost. But he knows what he saw was real. His investigation begins with the rose. He analyzes its petals under his most powerful microscope, finding its cellular structure impossibly perfect, younger than a freshly picked bloom. There are no signs of chemicals, no dyes, no tricks. It's as if time itself was reversed for that single flower. Finch delves into forgotten archives, searching for any mention of similar phenomena. He spends his nights poring over ancient texts, folklore, and whispered legends of people with the power to manipulate life itself. His journey leads him away from the polished halls of science and into the grimy underbelly of Victorian London. He follows a trail of whispers, of rumors about a hidden society that protects those like Elara. The trail is cold, fraught with dead ends and cryptic warnings. He encounters charlatans and madmen, but also finds glimmers of truth. An old bookseller gives him a coded map hidden within the pages of an alchemical text. A street urchin, for the price of a hot meal, tells him of a glowing lady who heals stray animals in the alleyways. The map leads him to a dilapidated old observatory on the outskirts of the city, long abandoned and shrouded in ivy. Inside, he finds not telescopes and star charts, but a complex series of interlocking stone circles, inscribed with symbols he recognizes from the alchemical text. It's a place where science and mysticism collide. As he steps into the center of the room, the symbols on the floor begin to glow with that same faint, golden light. Suddenly, a voice echoes through the chamber. "You should not have come here, Doctor." An elderly man in simple robes emerges from the shadows. He introduces himself as a guardian, a protector of an ancient lineage. He explains that Elara is not a magician, but a descendant of the Vaidy, beings who can channel the very essence of life. They are not gods, they are gardeners of the world's vitality, mending the subtle tears in the fabric of existence. Her demonstration was a mistake, a moment of youthful pride that exposed them to a world that would only seek to exploit or destroy what it doesn't understand. Finch demands to see her, arguing that her ability could revolutionize medicine, end disease, and conquer death. The Guardian shakes his head sadly. "You see only the application, Doctor. You do not see the cost. Life is a cycle of growth and decay. To halt one is to corrupt the other. The power Elara wields is not a tool. It is a responsibility. To give life, something must be given in return." Before Finch can argue further, the observatory trembles. A rival faction, known as the Nullifiers, has followed him. They are former guardians who believe the Vitious power is a curse that disrupts the natural order of entropy. They seek to extinguish the lineage, to let the universe decay as it was meant to. Masked figures burst into the chamber, their weapons cold and metallic, a stark contrast to the living light of the Vitae. The Guardian pushes Finch towards a hidden passage. "Find her. Protect her," he urges, as he turns to face the intruders, his hands igniting with a fierce, protective light. Finch hesitates, his world of logic completely shattered. This is no longer about scientific discovery. It's about survival. He flees through the dark, damp tunnels beneath the observatory, the sounds of a strange, otherworldly battle fading behind him. The tunnels lead him to a hidden sanctuary, a breathtaking subterranean garden bathed in a soft, ethereal glow. Plants that have been extinct for centuries flourish here. The air is pure and hums with a quiet energy. And there, in the center, tending to a grove of luminous trees, is Elara. She turns as he approaches, her expression not of fear, but of sad resignation. "I knew you would find me," she says softly. "I felt your obsession, a single, determined thought cutting through the noise of the world." Before Finch can explain, the ground shakes violently. The nullifiers have breached the sanctuary. Cracks spider web across the cavern ceiling, and dust rains down. Elara looks at him, her eyes filled with a desperate resolve. "They will not stop," she says. "They will hunt me forever. They will destroy everything to erase what I am." Finch, the man of science, looks at the impossible garden and the girl who holds the secret to life. He sees not a specimen to be studied, but a person to be protected. The nullifiers are closing in, their dark forms visible at the edge of the garden. "What can we do?" he asks, his voice filled with an urgency he has never known. Elara looks at the heart of the garden, at a massive, ancient tree whose roots seem to hold the entire cavern together. "The Guardian told you there is always a cost," she says, her voice trembling slightly. "I can send us away from them, far away, but it will take everything this place has. It will take everything I have." She places her hands on the trunk of the great tree. A blinding, golden light erupts from her, engulfing the entire garden. It's not the gentle glow he saw in the hall of the Royal Society. This is a raw, untamed torrent of pure life force. Finch instinctively shields his eyes. He feels a strange pulling sensation, as if the world is unraveling and reweaving itself around him. The air crackles with power, the sound of 1,000 rushing rivers and 1,000,000 rustling leaves all at once. The garden, the trees, the flowers, they all turn to shimmering dust, flowing into the light, consumed by the spell. And then, as suddenly as it began, it's over. Silence. Dr. Alistair Finch opens his eyes. He is standing in the same observatory he entered hours, or perhaps days, ago. It is dusty, abandoned, and empty. The stone circles on the floor are dark and cold. There is no sign of a struggle, no hidden passages, no subterranean garden. It's as if none of it ever happened. On the floor, in the very center of the circle where he stands, lies a single, withered rose. He walks out into the dawn. London is just as he left it. But for Dr. Finch, the world is irrevocably changed. He has no proof, no evidence, nothing but a memory of a girl who could command life itself. Was she a dream? A hallucination brought on by his obsession? Or is she somewhere else, in some other time, having paid the ultimate price to save them both? He never knew. Dr. Alistair Finch spent the rest of his long life searching, not for an explanation, but for a girl named Elara. He looked for her in the budding of every spring flower and listened for her in the rustle of autumn leaves, forever haunted by the beautiful, impossible secret he could never share. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that question the world around us. See you next time.